I don't even know why I'm watching these movies. These movies are terrible. I fucking hate them. Greetings, everyone. Allow myself to introduce myself. My name's Jay Hall, and welcome to the Bear's Den number 3. I hope you all got what you wanted for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all those deals. I myself tried to stay restrained, but we all know how weak I am when it comes to deals. First up, news. Now this one, I'm not going to go into detail on, but I do want to bring a little awareness to it. There are other people out there that can put it into better words than me, but the FCC is going to be voting on net neutrality soon. I implore you to check it out, do your research on it, even if you're not from the US of A, because like it or not, what we do does influence the rest of the world sometimes. And do you really want your internet to be like this? I don't. Moving on from that PSA games, we have Destiny 2. It has a free trial. It's starting tomorrow, November the 28th. Now, Bungie, I would have fixed your game before I released a free trial. That's just me, though. There have been a lot of issues which they have actually come out to address as far as XP goes and XP cooldowns and how it scales with whatever activity you're doing instead of just the flat rate that it should be. Does no one know progression nowadays? Does no one know how to implement it? Get it fixed before you release a free trial. It might turn off some of the people that you might otherwise get. When the Witcher card game has had its single player campaign that was originally scheduled for holiday 2017 moved to 2018. I'd highly recommend checking out Gwent if you're a card game fan. It's a different approach to how card games work. The developers are very vocal about it. They talk to the community a lot, and you can play it for free and still be competitive. The rewards they give you just for playing daily are ridiculous in a good way. Playground Games, the guys behind the Forza Horizon series, are opening a second studio. They are using it to work on a open world action RPG. Now, details are non-existent at this point, but they are bringing in a lot of talent from across the industry, and I do love me some Horizon Festival. It fills the void in that Burnout Paradise left. Another racing game, Need for Speed Payback, is receiving a progression update. This seems to be following in the wake of the Star Wars Battlefront 2 outcry, which, good job. It's actually getting something done with EA. Up next is those poor FIFA players, man. I feel for you. If you haven't seen it in its current state, it's basically a slot machine that randomly picks your upgrades for one car each, and they can't be transferred. It's kind of a mess right now. Again, really pushing those microtransactions where you have to pay to get what you want. If you own Sonic Forces, I'm kidding, who does? Make sure you pick up your free Sonic the Hedgehog t-shirt. At least they're catering to fans. Rare is partnering with I Am 8-Bit again to release a few more vinyls for their classic games. They had already done, I believe it was, Perfect Dark, Banjo-Kazooie, and Battletoads. They're doing a couple more vinyl releases with Battletoads again, Viva Pinata, and Conker's Bad Fur Day. So if you like those old games, you like those vinyl soundtracks, I have my turntable back there. I wish I had the Banjo-Kazooie soundtrack, so make sure you check those out. Clicker Heroes 2 is an upcoming mobile game that is dropping the free-to-play model. They're citing it for ethical reasons because they saw players that spent thousands upon thousands of dollars on their games. And while they, everyone likes money. We all like making money. But they didn't want to be feeding someone's gambling addiction, whereas it could be a problem for them with that model. So they're going to a $30 price tag, which I don't think will work. As much as the goodwill is, there's too many free-to-play options out there right now for people. It's not going to make much of a dent in the market, I feel. It is a step in the right direction, though. Marvel Heroes was shut down early. Now, for fans of the game, they thought it was going to be a little bit more time until this happened. Happened about a month or so early, so it kind of sucks that they didn't give it the proper send-off it deserved, giving those fans their last chance to check it out. As far as movies, there could be an Avengers Infinity War trailer coming soon. The directors posted a simple 3 on their Instagram with no explanation whatsoever on what it meant. My guess is they're going to be releasing trailers soon, especially with Star Wars The Last Jedi coming out. I would guess that would air before the movie. It might come out a couple days prior. I know they've done that previously, but I can guarantee you it will be at that movie. Joe Manganiello showed off Deathstroke without the mask for the first time. A little bit of spoilers here, but he shows up at the end of Justice League, talks to Lex Luthor, but he's still in the mask. Now, do I have hope for the DC films now? Nope, still not. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom has received a short tease on Twitter. All it's doing is showing Chris Pratt playing with a little baby raptor. Not much to go off of. And they have confirmed that Jeff Goldblum is coming back. So I'm excited for that as well. Just make sure you bring back the margarita guy too, because I think that's everyone. James Cameron did an interview where he talked about a few things, including Titanic, Terminator, and the Avatar sequels coming up. But mostly we're going to focus on Avatar and Terminator. For Avatar, Kate Winslet is going to have a role in it. She's one of the water people. I don't know if it's like mermaid or what it is. I don't know how this is going to work out. You know, I've never been impressed with live action underwater sort of stuff. Justice League confirmed that. No one really knows how to make it work, and it's hard to make it work. But if anyone can do it, James Cameron can. The guy works miracles. And for Terminator, the future ones are disregarding the previous three. So that means Terminator 3, Genesis, and Salvation, I think it was. They're basically considering those an alternate timeline, and they're jumping from T2, which is great. I mean, you start with the good ones and build from that. Can we please do this with the Alien franchise now? I still have yet to see 3, and I never will. Rashida Jones and Will McCormick have left Pixar. They were supposed to be writing Toy Story 4 for them. Now, they cited this as, you know, women and minorities don't get an equal voice at the studio, and they were kind of getting drowned out, even though they were supposed to be the lead writers. This is a growing issue with a lot of things. Sorry, I'm a white guy, everyone. Don't hate me. And for TV, Lenny James, the guy who plays Morgan on The Walking Dead, will be moving to the spin-off series Fear the Walking Dead. Last season of The Walking Dead, I wasn't a fan of. I haven't been keeping up currently on the newest season, but I'll get around to it eventually. I've just kind of lost interest because they try and drag this kind of stuff out. Like when the governor came on and he was on there forever, I couldn't watch it very often because it was the same thing week in and week out, and we're going to war this week. Well, we're going to put that off and we're going to go to war next week. So, you know, I hopefully it gets better. I mean, you can't stop the train. It's the biggest show on cable. Still keeping up on the comics though. As for releases, on November the 28th, we have Black Mirror, which is a remake of a 2004 point-and-click adventure. Resident Evil Revelations is coming out for Switch. On December 1st, we have Doom VFR. Hopefully you can guess what the F means in that, for Vive and PSVR, as well as Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for the Nintendo Switch. You guys are getting spoiled this year, man. I hope you realize that. If you own a Switch, you have so many options. Limited Run Games is releasing a few more this week on December the 1st. Claire Extended Cut and Windjammers, both for PS4 and PS Vita. So if you like those indies, make sure you check them out. See if you want to get the physical versions. As for me this week, gonna be honest, I don't really know what I'm gonna be doing. I have a lot of stuff that I would like to do, like there's finishing Super Mario 100%, Assassin's Creed, and South Park that are my top 3. And I could do a number of those this week. So let me know in the comments what you would like to see if you are checking out my Twitch channel from time to time. Those are the big ones right now. For YouTube, I'm working on a Star Wars Battlefront 2 review. It should go much smoother than my Shadow of War 1. I have a much better file system in place. I reinstalled a lot of programs so I don't have any hiccups with sound and all that nonsense. It was awful, but totally worth it. So make sure you check out my review of Shadow of War and the upcoming Star Wars Battlefront 2 one. I also want to do a few videos on the Super Mario Kingdoms. You know, just a little short ones showing them off to people that maybe don't have the game or don't have a Switch, to show you how incredible they really are and how creative everything is in this awesome game. And now for some shit I got this week. As you know, it was Black Friday, and I love my deals, as I've said before. But I restrained myself this year. I'm actually pretty proud. I mean, bravo, J-Hall, bravo. But I got a Rayman Legends for the Nintendo Switch. If you haven't played this game before, it is a little bit older. It's a 2D platformer. Really fun though, and I think it fits perfectly with the Switch. You know, take it on the go, play a level or two here and there, since you don't have a 2D Mario yet on it. I also got my Yeti cup. Woke up at 4 a.m. for this bitch, but it's worth it. It holds ice for 4 months, man. Just kidding. Just quit making claims like that, people. It's ridiculous. The amount of times I've heard that it holds it for like a week. No, it's bullshit. I also have a 200 gig SD card that was on sale during the weekend and through Cyber Monday for $50. That's about as cheap as you're ever gonna get for 200 gigs of SD memory. But what about the games? I didn't get any of the current AAA games. I either have them all or I don't want them. The reason behind this is I play mainly on PC, where you can get new release games for much cheaper, usually around $30 at release or a little bit prior to. Some sites I recommend checking out for that are Green Man Gaming and CD Keys. Like I got Wolfenstein and Shadow of War both for $30. And if you're not a PC gamer, look into Best Buy, the Gamer Club Unlocked, where you get 20% off any game ever. Amazon, they have theirs in the pre-order phase right now. It no longer extends past that. So I would recommend Best Buy above them. With that said, thank you all for watching. Next Monday, same time. Adios, and I'll catch you on the flip side.